county officials have further acknowledged they do not dispute that those ballots were in fact improperly certified. So the question is no longer whether the system failed, it did. The real question is why the Secretary of State refuses to answer for it, dismissing a massive breakdown in election safeguards as nothing more than a harmless clerical error, which is what he called it. Now that we know the rules were broken, one would expect transparency and accountability. Instead, Raffensperger has chosen to fight both in federal court. Let me catch you up, guys. Last month, almost now 2 months ago because we're almost in February, but in December 2025, the U.S. Department of Justice actually had to sue Georgia seeking access to voter registration records among concerns about whether the state is complying with federal election laws meant to prevent voter fraud, to ensure that only lawful votes are counted. We've been talking about how the Harmeet Dillon is having no choice but to sue certain states who are not cooperating. And Georgia happens to be one of the states not cooperating. Raffensperger, at the heart of it, has refused to provide the records, arguing that doing so would require releasing sensitive personal information, which, of course, the Justice Department claims or disputes is nothing because federal law permits the review of voter rolls with appropriate safeguards in place. So it's a BS response. In fact, let me give you what we talked about. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon said, quote, "The law is clear. States need to give us this information so we can do our duty to protect American citizens from vote dilution." You don't want to dilute the vote. Remember, we talked about this. She even said today's filings show that regardless of which party is in charge of a particular state, the Department of Justice will firmly stand on the side of election integrity and transparency.